Idea Bank. I'll tell you about Idea Bank in a minute, because I'm going to tell you about forums and answers. Okay, so forums, well, you know what forums are, but there's a lot of possibility in forums. I use this a lot, need help, ask here, and this tends to be the people that, you know, the kind of the experts will sit and answer questions for you. How do I do this? What's this? But the forums, you can discuss anything. See, HubPages is like Facebook with, you know, they want you to connect because they want you to be on HubPages, and HubPages doesn't care whether you're on this person's article or this person's, but you do. So they're very happy for you to chat away in forums, and go to. Now the rule in forums is you're not allowed to promote your own hubs. There's a couple of exceptions. So you say, need help, ask here. How do I do this? People always this. I'm new here. How do I get started? You're not allowed to say, I've just written a hub on how to get started on HubPages. That's a big no-no. But I did something, and answers is similar, but it's not forums. I asked a question on answers, and a guy said, I've written a hub about this. That was the guy you saw earlier that was World Traveller. But he didn't tell me which hub, because that would have been against the rules. So I went to his articles, and I read like 10 of his articles.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then we became friends because I commented on lots of his articles. But he's not allowed to say, I've written a hub on this, and this is the link. He's allowed to say, I've written a hub on this, everywhere.
He's an administrator?
No, he's just written a lot of hubs.
So he's answering questions for
Yes.
HubPages?
So this is answers, and you can ask any questions. Now, are you familiar with Yahoo Answers? Mm-hmm. Okay, this answers here is just like Yahoo Answers. So you can ask anything. Do you do this? This doesn't have to be HubPages related, and sometimes it's kind of weird. And a lot of people look at the low numbers. Sorry, what are you laughing at?
About dressing his sister in lingerie or something.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yes.
Go to jail.
Some of them
Now in the closet.
are a little weird. If you look at the numbers, these people are asking questions and they're not writing hubs. To get numbers below 50, you're asking a lot of questions. And yeah, as I say, some of them are a little weird. So this looks like it's the same person, 30 and no picture, who's asking a lot of things. Now, the real beauty about questions is if someone asks you a serious question and you really know the answer to it, is there a quick way to be notified when someone responds to a comment I made on their hub? If you want to answer the question, you can answer it, or you can make a hub about it.
Oh.
Now, someone wrote, it was 3 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't sleep, what are the benefits of being home educated? So I clicked over here and I wrote this wonderful answer, and then I noticed, make a hub about it. And I was like, shh. And that was one of my best hubs. If someone is asking a question, they're usually not the only person. So that's a really good way of writing a hub. So the answers tend to be the non-HubPages people. The forums tend to be the HubPages people. But from the answers, you can write a hub if someone's interested. If someone's asking a question. The forums, now I will also warn you, I have asked questions here, and I've asked questions on forums, and I've got wrong answers. I was writing InfoBarrel, Zomba, HubPages, and InfoBarrel and Zomba had a referral system, and I wrote, does HubPages have one? And about 3 people said, no, it doesn't, and then I discovered, yes, it does.
Oh.
They just didn't know. The HubPages referral system isn't as obvious as the other two, and so just be aware you don't always get the right answer. If you go to the help page, there's a contact us here, and that's the management. So you ask a question here, you're going to get the right answer. So the exception on forums is once a week they have something called Hub Nuggets, and no, they don't. Once a week they have HubMob. Okay, that's here, and this is run by a lady called Princessa. And if you're stuck on what to write, the new topic comes out every Monday morning. She's in France and she posts it, so by the time I get up, it's up there. So she posts this every Monday morning, and this week's topic is summer sports. And this is where you are allowed, this is the only place on the forums where you are allowed to write your URL. So this week's topic is summer sports, and you totally have to follow the instructions. The first time I did it, I'm like, oh, this is so complicated. But once I'd done it once, it really wasn't. But you must start your hub by clicking this link. This goes to a questions page, and you have to click answer the question. And then it looks like what you've just seen. I want to make a hub about it. Okay, so when you've made your hub and you've posted it, and there's a couple of other instructions too, it has to be relevant, and you have to put this RSS feed in. So what happens is, usually there's like 30 to 60 people, and they all write and you have to put this graphic in as well. 30 to 60 people write on this one topic, and then you post it here, and you say, oh, I've just written this, and when people have written, they post their URL here, and that gets a lot of people reading it. So the very first one I did, when I posted it, it got more people reading it than all the other hubs I'd done so far. So it was quite high. So because this is your market, so it also gets you known amongst the other HubPages authors to and then they read your stuff gets read more. So I try and write on the weekly topic every week. So that was why I did Scotland was one, and Mexico was one. Disabilities was another. So often and when she gives suggestions, she usually writes a list, and they did food just recently. You can write about this or this or this or this, and she gives enough possibilities of what you can write. So,
how did you find that again? How did you get there?
If you go to forums,
Okay.
and it's tagged, it's one of these at
Okay.
the top, and it's called HubMob Weekly Topic, and I just check first thing every Monday morning what's the topic, and then when you've written it, you post it, and you can do more than one. Some people try and do one a day on the weekly topic.